Jim Candy, Part 1, Chapter 5. Sometimes I think I should have given that paper to my mom, because that was the year she stopped coming to my games. I knew she never really liked them. I knew she was afraid I'd get hurt. I knew she'd felt the same way when my dad had played. Still, she'd always been there. That changed after the last game of my 7th grade season in Pop Warner. My team was behind 20-16 with less than a minute left. Our defense had stopped the Magnolia team around the 50-yard line, and my coach sent me in to return the punt. "We need a big run back," he screamed. The punt was high and short, dangerous to return because a slew of tacklers would be in my face. Any other time I would have played it safe and let the ball bounce, but the coach was right about needing a good run back, and I wanted to win. So I raced up and caught the ball on the dead run. I'd taken one step when one of the guys on the other team leveled me, driving his shoulder right into my gut. My helmet popped off my head and I went down as if I'd been shot. They had to use smelling salts to get me to my feet. At home, I took a long shower. My gut was so sore that I had to lean forward to walk. There was absolutely no way I could eat any dinner. So I hobbled into my room, stretched out on my bed, and turned the TV to ESPN. I didn't even know what game was on because I was in too much pain to pay attention. Instead, I let my eyes wander over all the posters of running backs I have in my room. They go from wall to wall and even covered to ceiling. Jim Brown, Gale Sayers, Eric Dickerson, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, you name him, and I've got a poster. I closed my eyes and pictured each of them in action. The pure power of Brown, the grace of Peyton, the high knees of Sayers, and then pictured myself doing the same things. Pictured a poster of me up there on the wall next to them. My little daydream ended when I heard a tap on the door. A second later, my mom pushed it open. "Can I come in?" she said. "Sure," I said. She sat at the foot of the bed. "How do you feel?" "I'm okay," I said. "Just sore. Just sore." She reached over and ran her hand across my forehead, pushing my hair back. I pulled away from her touch, embarrassed to be treated like a child. She took her hand away and then followed my eyes to the posters. "You're not going to quit, are you?" "Quit what?" "Football." "Why would I quit football?" I asked. Then I understood. "Just because of that tackle? Mom, there was no big deal. I'm okay. I got my bell rung. It's part of the game." She nodded. "I knew you'd say that. It's exactly what your father would say." She paused. "Mick, I love you and I want to be a part of your life, but I can't go to your football games anymore. I just can't. Every time you get tackled, I'm afraid you're going to be paralyzed or even killed. I want to run out on the field and grab you and pull you off." "That's crazy," I said. "Nothing like that is going to happen." "Mick, things like that do happen." "Well, they aren't going to happen to me." I looked at her and saw that her eyes were filling with tears. "It's okay, Mom," I said quickly. "You don't have to come to my games. I'll tell you about them afterward. Or if you don't want to even hear about them, that's okay too. Really." She leaned forward and kissed me on the head. "You can tell me about them," she said. "I just wanted you to know why I won't be there anymore." After my mom left, I tried to imagine quitting football the way she wanted, but I couldn't. What would I do if I didn't play football? I had nothing else that I cared about. Even more, who would I be if I didn't play football? The game was in my DNA. I needed it as much as I needed air to breathe.